Can I ask Poland what he got from those two wars? Well, Poland definitely took land from this one. Against Bohemia, yeah, we'll ask him. Hello.
Hello.
So, what happened with Bohemia?
My ruler died right after literally as soon as I got the PU, he died, and they were still negative.
Right.
So.
Because, yeah, chat were saying, like, how did he lose that one? And I don't know enough about Diplo-annexing stuff, so I was like, And also, Muscovy. Nice attack there. Managed to split up the Ottoman-Muscovite alliance.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've not been waiting 3 sessions to do this.
No, of course not. And that alliance with the Timurids is a nice move. Like, Muscovy is well and truly boxed in at this point.
Well, the problem with the alliance with the Timurids is, by me eating Muscovy there, the Timurids are getting ready to get rivaled.
Mm-hmm. And the Timurids are rising as well. Like, you're in second place. Alright, discounting Ming, you're in first place, and the Timurids are right behind you. In terms of great power status. Although you have opened the gap a bit more. The gap was like 20 development, now it's like 100.
Well, I'm annexing Silesia once I eat some of my little minions.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't really taken into account just how many vassals you have. Like I said, Helson plays the diplomatic game. Livonian Order, Hungary, Great Horde.
Novgorod.
Novgorod, yeah.
Silesia.
And Silesia, yeah. Oh yeah, over there. I don't think people have realised just how big you are yet.
Oh, of course not.
It's going to be interesting when they do wake up. So how are you feeling about trying to get Sweden independent?
Well, I originally offered the helper, but it didn't really work out because it was like at the very beginning when I thought Denmark and the Muscovy and Ottomans were going to be against me.
Right.
So that's when I was offering for it, and she waited until like Denmark was actually a Swedel ally because of Muscovy and Ottomans alliance. So I feel sorry for her, and I might, now that I've done my first war and broken up them, I might support her against Val. I'm not sure.
Right.
It really is going to come down to what happens in the first war against Ottomans. So
gotcha.
So the only thing that's really come up that's kind of confusing is I cannot give any estates to the Cossacks. Even though I have all these steppe provinces, it says cannot be granted to Cossacks due to terrain steppes. I'm like, that's the one requirement.
I'm going to assume that's just a bug then.
It's got to be a bug, which is annoying.
Yeah. Hopefully they hotfix that, because yeah, that's a big issue. I would go and post it on the Paradox forums just to be sure.
Yeah, so I'm not getting my special cav units like I should be.
Which is going to boost up your 63% combat ability even further.
Oh, you mean my 63% cav combat, my 40%?
I've been seeing
infantry?
that. Your 40% infantry, 63 cav, 10% artillery. Yeah.
Yes, the Commonwealth Army is strong. And I haven't even gotten my discipline or my morale from my ideas yet.
What ideas do you have? Oh yeah, quality. And you're getting aristocratic. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then after that, next one is religious.
It's going to be a very rude awakening when people come up against you. Katie is saying you need to state and fully core the province to grant the estate.
They are. It was because, I've had them both because of...
Yeah, they are. I was just double checking.
Yeah, so I have no idea why.
Okay, so yeah, it's not that. Chat saying it looked like it wasn't in state, but it is.
Yeah, literally, some of them aren't, but literally some of them are. It literally says, like, when you put it on it, it says, cannot be granted to Cossacks due to Red X has terrain steppes. Mm-hmm. So they had to break something.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. Okay, cool. I'll let you get back. Which one were you in?
The dwarfs, of course.
Of course. Okay, it's just us again. Is there a limit to how many provinces the Cossacks can have? Hard limit? No. There's a soft limit in terms of you don't want to give them too much power, otherwise they'll rise up and seize control. And I think if they do that, they'll just form a new country. I'm not even sure there's an uprising. They're just, boom, they have a Cossack state. And that's how you create Cossack nations, which is its own government form. And it has to be steppes. Like, they will only accept steppe territory. So if you don't have enough steppes to give them, then they're not going to be a problem. Right. So, oh, no, we have lots and lots of player wars. So it looks like the Ottomans have finally gone up against Akanulu. I feel like they may have left this one a little bit too late, but at least they are doing it now. And the Mamelukes. Oh, this is the big one. So this is another reason why the Ottomans probably didn't want to fight against the Commonwealth, is because they have been talking about going up against the Ottomans for quite a long time. Can I scroll to the annexation progress for the PLC? 67% on Silesia, that's the only one they're doing. So, Mamelukes, how's this looking? They've got 30,000 against 70,000, 4,000 against 22, a lot of artillery, crikey, against the 10. I have a feeling that the Mamelukes will have lost quite a few troops early on, though. And they could upgrade their cavalry and artillery and have not done so. Maybe because they have troops near an enemy? That would make sense. And they only have the plus 10% from cavalry, while the Ottomans have a 10, 30, and 10. But the Mamelukes were numerically very similar to the Ottomans. How's their finance doing? So the Mamelukes had a really huge economy. That was their main advantage against the Ottomans, and it doesn't look like they have that quite so much anymore. Naval. How are we doing at sea? Ottomans do have a slight superiority. And neither have lost any ships, so there have been no naval engagements. I was wondering if perhaps the Mamelukes had more ships, but it doesn't look like it. Also, Mamelukes, are you a co-belligerent? You are not a co-belligerent, no. So if the Ottomans did take stuff from the Mamelukes, which they're probably going to try and do, it's going to cost them more. This could theoretically cause a coalition against the Ottomans, depending on what they take here. Although if they're fighting the Islamic nations, the Catholic nations aren't going to really care. There goes any desire to play as the Mamelukes. They're still a legit target. Like, they are not the main target of this war. Akanulu is. The Mamelukes are still very much in it. This is not the valuable part of the Mamluk territories. This is. If the Ottomans took this, then yeah, they're hamstrung. But as long as you retain that, you retain control of the trade here, and you can still be a very, very serious threat against the Ottomans simply because it can pay other players to declare war on them. So, don't discount the Ottomans. Sorry, the Mamluks. They are definitely not out. And I don't think will be from this as well. Thanks to the naval help, says CPM. Who is CPM playing as again? CPM is Kildare. Kildare is fighting against Utrecht, Burgundy, Flanders and Brittany. Holland is losing to Burgundy. And of course France is in this war. Although I guess France has things to gain from this one. Whether or not they'll actually get it is another question, seeing as this is a war that Holland declared. And Holland is getting pretty substantially occupied right now. And Austria is in the war as well, so Austria is contributing here, doing quite a lot. France hasn't themselves done very much. And also, quite notably, all of this territory is going to Austria right now. They're not giving it to the French. Whether they will, I don't know. It's still very early in this war, so they may simply have not done so yet. But then again, I'm sure a couple of the players around the French are kind of happy that the French are not having a strong game. With the exception, of course, that France is the main counter to the Iberians. How's the Portuguese development process going? They've still not gone for Barney. They've still not gone for Havana. Like, they're just completely ignoring the centers of trade here. Although I guess they do have Puerto Rico. They haven't gone for Jamaica yet either. And they still have the two colonists. So you have the second colonist from expansion. No, the first colonist from expansion. They're actually going to get the second colonist fairly soon. I'd momentarily forgotten that expansion has the two colonists now, not exploration. Expansion is such a good idea, group. I really like that change. I really do. Like, it makes a massive amount of sense to get exploration early, to do the exploring. It's in the name. But if you're late to the exploration game, you can probably make do with just expansion. So exploration gets you that early boost and allows you to take the most valuable provinces early on. But if you're late to the game, it doesn't matter. If I was the Ottomans, I would release places from the Mamelukes instead of taking land. You could certainly do that. And that would definitely help Ethiopia out. Although Ethiopia's not here today, so he's not going to be able to capitalise on anything released from the Mamelukes. And also, I still think that costs extra war score, because again, they're not co-belligerent. Maybe Castile should just flee to America. I'm sure Castile would love to. They do have exploration, but they have yet to take any ideas in exploration. It kind of looks like they're not doing very much right now. You're still in the game, though. England suffering invasions. I'm very curious to see how much of Burgundy Austria keeps, because Austria does have adjacent territories already. Austria's been very sneakily expanding. Like, no one's really noticed Austria's expansion. I have, especially down here in Italy, and this is some hugely wealthy territory. Like, all of this is farmland. This is the Po Basin. Like, one of the most fertile places on Earth, I believe. And that's represented by the glut of farmland. All they're lacking is the Florentine territories, which are just huge development. They're not actually that easy to develop, they just start highly developed. Probably waiting to embrace. Oh, that's possible, yes. It's spreading to him, albeit extremely slowly. One province has got it so far, Vizcaya. 52%, 35, 12. And he can save up to 1,200. Oh, Helson's paused. Maybe because of a peace deal? Not sure. So, what's Helson fighting right now? Helson is fighting against Wallachia. Or somebody crashed. Is what CPM's saying. Who else? Holland, we know, is fighting Mali. We haven't looked down here for a while. Mali's definitely being a lot more aggressive than Congo. Congo has done nothing. Mean Wolf is here. Like, even these rebels. Congolese separatists from Cuba. I wonder if those are bugged out or something. But I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't gone for, like, Lunda or Chokwe. Or any of these guys, really. While Mali is definitely playing a rather more aggressive game. Mali has a ton of cash. Gold income. What's your inflation? 15%. Ouch. But yeah, Mali gold mines, they're kind of famous. And I realise I've not looked at my notifications for a while. Oh, crikey, a lot of stuff came through. I'm so sorry. What have I missed? The Ace Fire, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. I think I did catch that one. Stefanji has come in with a resub of 4 months. How's the push for partner going? The push for partner is going very well. I've submitted my application. We hit all of the goals that they required us to hit, but I haven't actually got the confirmation yet. It says that can take up to 7 days. I applied for it on Thursday, so it's the weekend as well. So hopefully early next week. Horned Panda, 18 months, a year and a half. Interesting watching the community beat up on each other. It is definitely very interesting watching that. And then the Meme Extreme, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So yeah, again, sorry, like a lot of my usual information is covered up because I have to have Discord open, because that is where the chat is hosted. And like all the players are in the Discord, so I need to be able to switch between the channels. And also just to see who's in my commentators box, because I don't always recognise the voices. There's too many of them. We have a pending player rejoining, so Blue Kiwi, Portugal's rejoining. Portugal in the war. I think Portugal's fighting Burgundy. And it looks like the territories that Portugal are in that war. Because the territories that Portugal took from Burgundy have now been flipped to France. Whether that was intended or not, I'm not entirely sure. Meme Extreme, thank you very much for the bits. Hey, Val.
Hi. I just threatened war against Muscovy and got one of the Finnish provinces back.
Really?
Yeah,
well, Muscovy was
pieced out for 2 provinces in Finland that are both 3 dev.
Yes.
And I just threatened war to get one of them back.
I pulled Muscovy into chat just to see how he was feeling about that particular war.
Yeah.
All I can say is we're very lucky he didn't stab hit you.
Yeah, but Muscovy has just got this obsession with Finland. Like, I almost managed to bribe them to betray the Ottomans by just, like, promising them Finland.
Really?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
just wanted to tell you that.
You happy with how things are going?
I'm very happy with how things are going, even though I'm pretty, ruined right now.
It was a hell of a long war. I mean, that was going on for, 2 hours or something like that?
Yeah. That was like decades in game. That was crazy.
You were so lucky that Brandenburg didn't give the Commonwealth access.
Yeah.
You owe Brandenburg for that one.
The Commonwealth accidentally joined. They were trying to join on my side.
Oh! Okay.
They saw that they could intervene in the war, but they accidentally intervened on the wrong side, so they just white-pieced out immediately.
I did wonder why he pieced out so easily, because yeah, I thought he was getting angry with Brandenburg because Brandenburg hadn't given access, because that would have been the end of you if they'd taken Jutland.
Oh yeah, and I was actually expecting, Castile and Aragon to try to get access through the HRE to
I think there's just too many countries in the way. They wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yeah. But that could have definitely ended me.
And then when I saw your fleet off the west coast of England, it's like, Castile Aragon could sneak through, but of course they don't have that information.
Yep. And I beat the British Navy. They had it divided up so much that I just sort of
yeah, that was the AI, unfortunately. Like, as soon as Bob came back, he did start consolidating it all, and he never left port again after that until right at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going back to General now.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep. No problem.
Alright, so that was an interesting tidbit. I did not realise the Commonwealth had accidentally declared war on Val. He was actually trying to join Val, probably to try and get that war against Muscovy in earlier. And Muscovy was already definitely feeling the hurt at that point, so I suspect he could have done a lot more damage. Also, the Ottomans... Whose side were they on? They were fighting against France. France was on Val's side, which would have meant these two would have broken their alliance. No, they'd already broken their alliance. And yeah, that alliance remains broken. So it's just Morocco. Morocco probably needs to tread a little bit carefully at the moment. Because Portugal is going to be aware that Morocco is a colonial nation, so Portugal and Morocco are going to be at odds. Morocco is allied to the Ottomans, and the Ottomans obviously has a lot of people gunning for them right now. And their war with the Mamelukes is over, so I don't think they... No, they took a couple of provinces here in the north. How's the coalition map mode? It's not looking healthy. Although it's actually only 2 provinces, yeah, he's judged that very well. There's 2 nations, both of which, the ones that he's going to have a truce with, so therefore no problem. And like I said, the Christian West, don't care. And Timmy does look very scary. Timurids have played very well. I love the fact that the Timurids are basically just trying to cut Muscovy off. Because if Muscovy loses access to Siberia, then one of the biggest reasons for becoming Russia is lost. You don't get that eastern expansion. I mean, you could still come through here in the top, and I don't think Timurids has exploration or expansion, so cannot block this, unless one of the steppe guys goes for it, and that's really unlikely. So Muscovy could still do it. What Timurids probably want to do is wait until Muscovy gets to here, declare war on them, take that province, and then block them that way. If they let them get past, then it's going to be a lot harder to come in and take Siberia from Russia. So Muscovy is definitely not out. Some absolutely enormous setbacks, but is not out. Did they lose Moscow? Where's Moscow? Because the Commonwealth didn't actually take as much as I thought they would. Berlinska. Yeah, that was Moscow. Okay, so they did lose Moscow. Which is a blow. Like, Moscow is a super valuable province for them. Let's actually have a look at what the Commonwealth took. 2 provinces, that's it. And they lost Perm. And in fact, losing Moscow means they can't form Russia. Pretty sure that's true. Yep, owns core province Berlinska. So Timurids didn't need to move north in that way. I don't think Muscovy gets the Siberian expansion in the same way that Russia does. So the Commonwealth's just done more damage with those 2 provinces than the Timurids owning half of Siberia. Meanwhile, the war against Burgundy. Don't worry, I haven't been ignoring this. I just know it's going to take them a while to siege down all the stuff over here. I think it will take the Commonwealth integrating Hungary for the world to go, you're probably right with that. I mean, it's now the Commonwealth. It's a big, scary purple blob. But yeah, if they take Hungary, that's especially going to antagonize Austria. I really do wonder how Austria is feeling about the Commonwealth right now. Is Austria allied with Brandenburg? No. But they are allied to the Commonwealth. I wonder if they see Brandenburg as the bigger threat. No, they are allied to Austria. It's right there, right in front of me. I think I was, like, expecting to see Prussia, and I haven't. And Brandenburg, not allied to the Commonwealth anymore. Only with Austria. I mean, they've kind of isolated themselves a little bit there. I was almost going to say that Brandenburg should ally Denmark, but frankly, I don't think anyone should ally Denmark, because Denmark has shown a willingness to throw people under the bus. This war has actually been pretty good for France. They've had no occupations against them. There's a tiny little Burgundian army there. They could well take Normandy back, and then also Valois, so they could get the full province around Paris. Austria playing a good game, going all the way for Calais. Probably mostly just to stop France from grabbing it, because it is a centre of trade. And Brittany is in this war. France hasn't really gone for Brittany yet. Is PLC purple to me? I mean, they're a light purple. Livonians are the true purple. Yeah, they are pink, I guess. Dark pink. Pinky purple. Does France even have an army? That's a good question. France? Buddy? Nope. Where's your army? They have manpower. They have some money. They're 4 loans in debt again. Okay, so all of this was done by Portugal. Portugal's being nice to France. France was Portugal's ally at the beginning of the game and basically saved Portugal against Castile. So that is a debt now being repaid. And Burgundy just conquered Paris. Okay, never mind. How come every single player except for the Commonwealth is screwed up? I don't know. I mean, mistakes have definitely been made. I would say the 3 players, with 1 asterisk behind one of them, have played this very well. Austria has. I'm not sure I agree with them giving up the empire quite so easily, but going for Protestantism, it's a strong faith. And if they can retake the empire through the League Wars, which haven't actually spawned yet, then that would be good. Commonwealth obviously has not played anything wrong yet, I would say. Although they are blobbing, and I think players will be taking note of that. Okay, 4 players. Brandenburg, being the 3rd one, I think has played this very, very well. It kind of depends on whether they have an agreement with the Commonwealth to form Prussia. And that could really work either way. If Brandenburg can form Prussia, they are big enough where they would be a serious threat even against the Commonwealth right now because their military can get that strong. That said, the Commonwealth's army is also absurdly strong. Like, not just numbers, like this is going to be a lot of development. This is a very large standing army, even though they don't have quantity ideas. They do have quality, and Commonwealth is definitely going down the quality route. Their army is going to be big because they own a lot of land and also just very, very strong. Despite the fact they can't get Cossacks. Once they get Cossacks, they're just going to spiral even more. And then the other one I would say is Morocco. I think Morocco has played this very, very well. They lost their early war against Castile. That apparently was due to a misunderstanding. Also, Morocco just taken Ceuta. That's interesting. When did they get that? Was Morocco at war with Portugal at some point? Or did they buy that? Okay, I'm not sure. And then I would say to a lesser extent the Ottomans have played a very good game, except they are diplomatically isolated at the moment. I mean, so are Morocco, but for Morocco it matters less because they can colonize. And also, a lot less players are antagonistic towards Morocco than there are towards the Ottomans. Now, the Ottomans need to be careful. The war with Burgundy has finished. So they've retaken Normandy. They did not take Valois. They still can't get the full state around Paris, although I guess full states don't matter in this as much as they do in Total War Warhammer. I think I might be leaning a little bit too much towards my Total War experiences recently, where you need the full province to do the edicts. Here you don't. So it doesn't matter as much. It's a 14 province. It is farmland, which would be nice to dev up. But, importantly, they've retaken Normandy, which is just more territory, and it's territory that's in the English Channel. So that is at least money that you're denying Burgundy and England. And, to a lesser occupied extent, Holland. So who's still in this war? Just Utrecht and Brittany, so it was just Burgundy that pieced out there. Coalition. France. Well, those were cores that they retook, so no AE. France is fine. And now, are Holland's allies going to bail them out? This is a war they started. And so far, I'm not seeing anyone bailing. Right, so they're still going for Brittany, and all of Brittany's lands are actually being given to France, despite the fact that France has no army. So, this is what I meant by earning diplomatic capital. So when I was saying before that you can get a reputation as being a very loyal and very trustworthy player, this is the outcome. So this is the positivity that France earned themselves early on. I still think that France were in a couple of needless wars. I would say especially the Danish war, France shouldn't have been in that. The earlier two coalitions, I can make an argument that because they did, they're getting this. And they've earned an awful lot of goodwill, and that goodwill is paying off. I mean, usually France is kind of in the Ottoman position, where everyone just kind of wants to see them fail. They've earned their goodwill, so that has kind of been mitigated a little bit. Having full states arguably matters more in Total War Warhammer, but only when you reach state limit. More than Total War Warhammer. Yeah, true, and I don't think any players, with the exception possibly of the Commonwealth, will be at that limit. Nope, 5 short. Yeah. The Commonwealth's at the limit. Austria isn't.
When are we gonna call it? Are we gonna keep going?
We can call it here.
Alright.
Cool.
So
yeah, I'll come and join you guys in general in a second. In fact, I'll just move everyone into my box. Welcome to my box. Ha 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 ha. I'm grabbing everyone. I'm going to keep on talking so people realize I've done this. Otherwise, I'll be spilling all of their secrets. Even though that would be pretty amazing. Dragging.
Hello.
Hello. Right, that's everyone.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
How do we
I can't
think that
believe
went?
him. I can't.
I just needed a few more minutes. I just needed a few more minutes. Damn it.
I think it can be summed up as a session of slightly wrong decisions working out for some people and working out great for others.
Or not stronger.
How does everyone like that? I was the first to circumnavigate.
You were?
Wait,
you circumnavigated? We didn't get that
even
pop-up.
notice.
I had the ability to do it, but I was in a warp, so I couldn't. And so, yeah, congrats.
When did
I
this
did that
happen?
like about 10 years ago now.
Yep.
That's amazing. I'm surprised you're able to do it because you are used to fucking devastate the lower end ships right now.
It still does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It still does. I spent about 10, 20 ships to do it, but I eventually made it.
So you sent suicide fleets basically.
Just for the
Basically.
record,
Time
this
they
is
made a little further.
just for the record. This is Brunei talking. That's why people are so surprised.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brunei got the circumnavigation, not Portugal.
I'm
Not
actually
Morocco.
looking
Yeah.
at Brunei right
Yeah,
now.
well,
Brunei's the
I
month
was a
of
bit
themselves.
late to the session, so I wasn't
Moving into
doing as well as I could
Majapahit.
have been.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't even notice that there was some of my trade ships just coming casually near Gibraltar on their way around.
Had other things to worry about at that point.
Yeah, I was rolled in some continental wars.
Oh, I'm so mad.
was-
I wanted to be
there
Prussia
was
by
some
the end of
issues.
today. Damn it.
Aragon was
literally
dealing
heard
with bankruptcy and other business.
I literally
Oh,
heard
yeah.
all the crap happening from Darkfighter, and I was trying to pull out like marshmallows because from all the crap I could see the fires of Europe raging.
It was.
I'm ahead on
It
2
was brutal.
techs. That's Morocco.
What?
I'm 10-10-10 on tech.
I'm 10-7-10.
10, 9, 10.
We're-
Oh, you're gonna get
No,
crushed.
I'm
He's
seven-
trying to share. He's trying to share knowledge with me.
We've definitely seen quite a few things happen this time. We saw the almost destruction of Denmark and probably the best escape from ruin that I've ever seen. We've
That
seen
was
amazing.
the humbling of
That was
Muscovy. We've seen the
Brutal.
annihilation of England and, to a much lesser extent, Castile. And we saw the complete and utter fall and destruction of France, and they're now jumping back again.
Castile
Right,
refused to
Because
accept
I
any
felt
separate
bad
pieces.
for that.
So,
So I'm helping them now.
Because
I
I came in and
felt
yelled
bad.
at you bastards about it. God.
And then I just feel like I have to
Sons of
mention this.
bitches.
We've also seen the extremely sneaky rise of the Commonwealth, and I'm sure that should be
Oh, it
raising a
wasn't
couple of
sneaky.
alarm
It was-
bells.
I would like,
Oh,
to,
yeah,
I would like
yeah.
to point out that the Poles own Moscow.
yeah,
I
the
know.
polls
Yeah,
are
yeah, I saw that.
According to history,
It
we
is
have
Berlin.
retaken Moscow.
It is Berlinska, thank you.
Berlinska, yeah, that's true.
Yes. And Diviet is currently colonizing.
And
Yeah,
you
The
almost
people
saw
that
the
conquer
rise.
Moscow and hold it.
Moroccan Cuba is a thing, so
Almost. You
I'm
almost
about-
saw the emergence of Prussia too, except I just got Admin Tech 10 and we had like 3 minutes to go, and he didn't want to give it to me because it would take 3 years to core.
Yeah.
yeah.
Son of a bitch! So now I have to wait until for 2 weeks because I'm not here next week.
And there is going to be no
Meanwhile,
game next week, by the way. I'm not here.
Oh, there isn't?
No game next week.
oh,
All right,
uh,
gotcha.
Next
Why
week
not?
you get
Oh.
off.
Alright.
Okay.
about-
All right. Well, that works well then.
Hey, so with the slap of France, which I was the only part of,
In that
I'm
case,
I was very
Austria, you
sorry.
accept that again?
Oh, crap,
I
sorry,
am
no.
now helping them. I am now helping them in many ways.
I was wrong there. We are on next week. It's the 24th. I'm not here.
Okay.
The
Okay.
24th. I'm not here.
Thanks for
Good
declining.
to know.
Sorry. I knew it was some point here, and I knew it was.
Oh,
a
so
week
wait,
soon.
so wait. I'm not here next week, and then we're off the week after. Oh,
Yeah.
Mordred, you're killing me here.
Sorry.
I have to wait 3 weeks for Prussia.
3
You,
weeks for
oh
Prussia.
my goodness, sir. Oh, sir, you
Watch
hurt me.
the AI is
I'm
going to
about
form it
to
and
get-
deny you the.
Anyway, I'm going to
You
call
injure
this
me.
stream here. So thank you everyone
Okay.
for watching. I really do hope you're enjoying this series so far. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Avalyn, I Like Not Much, and Von Lipwick for the follows. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge those when they came in, but I'm acknowledging them now. Thank you very much, and thanks for the follows. And we shall see you guys next week. Goodbye, and see you then.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye. Have fun.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You guys have fun.
Oh,
Oh.